Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome, my wandering soul. A soul that has traveled through lifetimes searching for truth. To this space where knowledge and intuition walk side by side, like two arrows flying toward the same destination. You didn't come here by accident. There is something deep inside you, beyond logic, beyond doubt, that knows a sacred movement is getting ready to lift your life onto a new path. And no, you're not imagining it. There's a strange rhythm pulsing around you right now, in the still air of the room you're sitting in the soft echo of your footsteps as you move, in that tiny trembling in your chest whenever you think about the future. That feeling isn't fear. It's your soul calling you back to a journey you've postponed for far too long. Tonight, we're not just talking about what's coming. We're opening the energetic doorway so it can enter your life with ease, with clarity, and with more spiritual maturity than ever before. But before we go deeper, I want you to do something simple, something to anchor this energy into your reality. Like this video and subscribe to the channel as a small ritual to tell the universe, I am ready to stop repeating old cycles, ready to step into a new chapter where the light is clearer and the heart is lighter. And in the comments, write, I open my heart to receive everything that is meant for my soul. When you write that, you're not just sending a signal to the universe. You're making a promise to the deepest part of yourself. I'm done running. I'm done doubting. I choose to walk toward the light of my destiny. A mystery has begun to open inside your living space, not just in the objects or in the air, but in the rhythm of an entire new cycle. And this time, you're not just witnessing it. You're the center of it. You're the arrow being pulled back, not to break, but to fly farther than you ever imagined. I place the cards on the table, and your energy spreads through them so strongly that it feels like the universe is touching the tips of my fingers. The first card that appears isn't random. It's the Four of Wands, the symbol of stability, foundation, and a doorway opening right in the most familiar part of your life. But for Sagittarius, the soul that belongs to every horizon, this card carries a different message. Your living space is shifting in frequency, not to keep you where you are, but to prepare you to go farther, to rise higher, to walk in the direction meant for you. There's a dense but radiant energy weaving into corners you've overlooked, in the way light moves across your table, in a faint scent that appears from nowhere, in the feeling that someone just walked past you, even though no one did. It's not your imagination. It's a message from the invisible world. And what stands out to me is this. All of this happens not when you are home, but when you step away for a moment. A moment you're busy. A moment you walk outside. A moment you simply go get some air. In that small slice of time when you were gone, something unseen entered. You don't have to be afraid, because this time, it's light, but light that arrives in unusual forms. An object out of place, a strange sound, a slip of paper, a symbol, something small but undeniable. These are signs that the new cycle has already begun. And you who has endured emotional storms, who has risen alone more times than anyone knows, are being handed a reward that's long overdue. Not just because you worked hard, but because you released the exact thing you were supposed to release. A wound that quietly healed, an expectation you finally let go of. A kind action you did from the heart, that you thought went unnoticed. But the universe never forgets. So when you stepped out for just a few minutes, the energy you've been shaping all this time finally opened the door for a blessing to enter. And this time, it's not just spiritual, it's physical, a message, an opportunity, a document, a phone call, something valuable, a sign you can touch. It comes quietly. But when you see it, you will know, my moment has arrived. Let me ask you something. If right now, the thing you've waited years for is moving toward you faster than you think, do you have the courage to receive it? Or are you still carrying fears that someone else planted in you? Breathe with me. Slowly, gently. Imagine your space wrapped in warm, golden light. Imagine everything, objects, emotions, intentions falling back into their rightful places. And in the center of it, a doorway opens, allowing something pure, bright, and true to step into your life, not to change your life for you, but to help you recognize the power that has always been yours. Luck has found you, quietly, gently, in a way that feels like destiny itself chose the perfect moment, the moment your inner energy finally became clear and wide open. And you, the wanderer with the burning soul, you summoned it with your honesty, your patience, your light. If these words make your heart tremble, if you feel something inside whispering, "This is for me," then breathe deeply. Because what comes next is not just the continuation of your story, it's the deeper understanding of the shift already happening in your world. A completely new channel of energy has opened in your living space. Even if you can't see it, your short absence allowed this light to settle into places that have been blocked for a long time. And when you returned, the first thing you noticed wasn't an object, but the air itself. The heaviness was gone. The room felt lighter, as if a hidden window had been opened. An unseen presence slipped into familiar corners, touching the threads of energy you haven't felt in so long. You can't see it, but you feel it. And you're right. Something important happened. The next card appears, Knight of Wands. But in Sagittarius energy, this isn't just movement, it's destiny awakening. This isn't a small shift. This is a message running toward you at the speed of the soul. A long-delayed event has finally been activated, not by circumstance, but by your growth. This is the moment the universe decides to accelerate everything that was once held back. This knight is the first messenger at your door. He arrives before the world shifts, bringing speed, clarity, and ignition. And what appears right after is not a coincidence. The 10 of Pentacles. The combination of these cards is so rare. It only appears when the person in front of me has entered a mature phase of their soul. The 10 of Pentacles is a declaration of lasting abundance, blessings of the family line, ancestral protection, prosperity that doesn't fade, and a major cycle opening in your life. It isn't just money. It's alignment, right place, right time, right people. This isn't a small gain or a random gift. This is divine orchestration, a balance being restored, a blessing you should have received long ago. Sagittarius, open your heart and hear this. Your home has been chosen as the starting point of a major transformation. Not anywhere else, not through anyone else. The place you return to every day, where you've laughed, cried, dreamed, fallen, and risen again, has become an energetic gateway. Why does the shift happen when you step away? Because when you're not there, the mind can't interfere, the ego can't cloud the field, and the universe can move freely to place everything exactly where it belongs. You walked out, and you left the doorway open, and fortune stepped in. There is something very clear in your energy field right now. A guardian is standing at your door, watching, protecting, and guiding. Not frightening, not confusing, but warm, familiar, and powerful. A soul from your lineage, someone connected to your journey for a very long time, has been called back to support you. You may have felt a faint scent, a sudden memory surfacing in daylight, a subtle sound in the corner of the room, or a shadow that flashed across your mind. These are not accidents, they are confirmations. Sagittarius, ask yourself this. Have you recently felt something huge approaching? A shift you can almost touch, even if you can't name it yet? A new direction, as if your life is preparing to turn into a chapter you never imagined? If your answer is yes, then you're sensing the echo of destiny. And right now, the universe doesn't want you to listen passively. The universe wants you to participate. You must activate it. You must declare it. Because the words of Sagittarius, the sign of philosophy, truth, and vision, carry a creative power stronger than most. If something inside you is burning as you hear this, know this. It's the call of your future. A future that will not only change your present, but redefine the purpose of your soul. And then, the third card appears, the star. Unmistakable, irreplaceable. The star is pure blessing, healing, divine guidance, and the illumination of your path. When the star appears beside 10 of Pentacles and 4 of Wands, the message becomes brilliant. A miracle will appear right where you live. Your home becomes the place where destiny opens. What was lost will return. What felt hopeless will revive. No one can block it. No force can reverse it. And before this chapter closes, the universe asks you for one thing: a declaration, a presence, a personal decree of light. Say it, open your heart, and the doorway will open wide. I declare, before the entire universe, that the space I live in is a gateway of light, wisdom, and love. Anything that enters this space is transformed into blessing, multiplied, and sent forward. I open my heart to receive the protection, guidance, and divine fortune that is arriving on my path at this moment. Sagittarius, breathe slowly as you continue discovering the subtle signs that have been awakening around your home. This is not just the story of a house. This is the story of your energy field, of how you are becoming the meeting point between the physical world and the flow of your soul. Now that the gateway has been activated, the energy surrounding your path is beginning to rearrange itself like a spiritual painting you've seen before but never fully understood. The things that happened while you were gone, those quiet shifts, those silent rearrangements, those hidden transformations are not isolated events. They're the first touch of a larger cycle, a wave of light moving toward you, peaceful but unstoppable. The moment you stepped outside, the vibration of your home was released like a long-held breath escaping a narrow room. Your absence wasn't a void, it was an opportunity. An opportunity for unseen forces to slip through the cracks, to open spiritual windows long sealed shut, to cleanse the corners where old energies clung. And when you returned, that shiver down your spine, that sudden intuition, that tiny spark of light in your chest, that was confirmation that something truly happened. The Hermit appears as the guide, but in Sagittarius energy, he is not merely a solitary figure. He is the torch of wisdom, the inner guide, the keeper of awareness you forgot while wandering too far in the material world. His lantern doesn't illuminate the room, it illuminates the deepest part of your mind. He reminds you that you've sensed this shift for a long time in the late-night awakenings, in the moments your heart felt called by something not of this world. Now everything is falling into place like a machine running smoothly after years of stillness. Your intuition is sharpening, clearing, becoming your primary language. No more illusions, no more shadows, no more doubts that don't belong to you. The moment your awareness opened, the second card appeared, Eight of Wands. For Sagittarius, the sign of the arrow, this card lands like a powerful awakening. News, opportunities, movement. Everything is rushing toward you faster than your logical mind can process. Doors aren't opening slowly. They're bursting open, like arrows made of light. What was delayed for weeks, months, even years, is now being pushed toward you with divine speed. Eight of Wands arrives to say, what began in your energetic space is now moving into the physical world. A message, a signal, a phone call, an acknowledgement, a turning point. Everything is syncing over and over, as if the universe wants to make sure you see the signs. You're not entering a slow transition. You're stepping into acceleration, a phase where everything unfolds under the direct influence of destiny. And as the energy rises, the next figure appears, one that softens your heart, the Queen of Cups. Not every shift arrives as a material result. Some blessings appear as healing, as comfort, as a quiet relief your heart has longed for. The Queen of Cups represents gentle intuition, pure, unconditional love, the invisible protection of feminine energy, emotional support. As you enter a new chapter, a feminine presence, perhaps an ancestor, a guardian spirit, or a sacred connection is standing closer to you now than ever. Maybe lately, you've been thinking of a woman who is no longer in this world. Maybe you've sensed a familiar scent, or a memory has surfaced like a soft touch on your heart. That is not coincidence. It's a spiritual activation sent at the exact moment you needed it. Outer transformation and inner transformation are happening together. As your home shifts, your soul must shift too. Dear Sagittarius, you've been the pillar for far too long. You've been the strong one, the one who must understand, hold steady, and navigate for everyone else. But the universe is saying something important. Don't hold on to what drains you. Only keep what nourishes you. And then the next card appears to confirm this. Six of Swords. Not everyone will leave your life. Not every journey is about walking away. But right now, you are being guided toward a calmer shore, emotionally, spiritually, or in your circumstances. You are leaving a heavy energy behind. A chapter of silence, responsibility, and quiet doubt is closing. You can't carry that weight anymore. Your soul is demanding the right to step into lightness. Six of Swords is confirmation that this journey has already begun, whether you've noticed it or not. You're moving, you're releasing, you're being reborn, and the universe is walking beside you with every step. Even if you're not fully aware, your soul family, your spiritual lineage is the first light clearing the path. Now that your inner field is shifting, your entire reality will soon rearrange like a chain reaction that cannot be reversed. The beauty of Six of Swords is this: you're not traveling alone. There is always a presence beside you, a gentle wisdom steering your boat toward a safer, wider, more deserving place, a place fit for the size of your soul. And that presence may be the same sacred feminine energy that appeared throughout your reading. It could be a spirit guide, or your higher self finally stepping forward after years of being overshadowed by duty, worry, or expectations. As you enter this transformation, something powerful is rising within you. You are reclaiming a personal strength that once felt lost. Not the loud kind, not force, not pressure, but the quiet, steady strength that comes after you've seen the darkness, walked through it, and decided never to return. It's the strength of a soul that understands the value of light. And as that strength rises, the next card appears, the King of Pentacles. This is the confirmation your heart has been waiting for. What's coming is not only emotional or spiritual, but tangible, solid, and reliable. The King of Pentacles is the peak of grounded abundance. Success built through discipline, finances strengthening day by day, sustainable opportunities, projects finally gaining foundation, agreements formed with clarity and certainty. Everything once blocked is beginning to flow again like a river freed from a dam. What once felt far away is now moving within your reach. In this energy, the message becomes unmistakable. Life is leading you back to where you truly belong at the moment you're finally ready. The activation of your home while you were gone was only the first small spark of a far greater miracle. Your soul is processing the inner shift required to receive the magnificent expression destiny is preparing for you. Now that the first wave of energy has shown itself, it's time to look deeper into what is forming in the long arc of your life. The earlier cards were only the introduction. A wider movement is unfolding, one that won't just touch the surface, but reshape the inner architecture of your being. It's working quietly like the current beneath a river, carrying away what no longer fits and planting new seeds exactly where you can grow them. After the King of Pentacles, the spiritual atmosphere behind you expands. It feels like a hidden hallway is being revealed, a path that didn't exist before, calling you into a completely new chapter. The energy around you is not ordinary. This is a destiny pivot, a moment that will shape the years ahead of your life. And then, Temperance appears. This card falls over you like an angelic light, healing the fractures inside you that you thought you had simply learned to live with. It speaks of inner harmony, the one thing Sagittarius needs most to step into a new destiny. Temperance represents balance between who you are and who you're becoming. The delicate adjustment between desire and deserving. The reconciliation of the past you're releasing and the future you're receiving. This energy asks you to follow your intuitive theme. Rhythm, a rhythm that never leads you astray. In the next chapter, intuition will be your strongest compass. Temperance also reveals that your inner world is being restored after a long period of strain and exhaustion. You've held on for too long. You've been strong for too long. You've carried responsibilities that were never yours to bear. But now, little by little, that inner fragmentation is dissolving. The scattered pieces within you are aligning again smoothly, precisely, naturally. No more conflict, no more tearing inside. Only clarity remains. And within that clarity, The next card appears. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is the card of wishes coming true. It doesn't appear in ordinary readings. It only shows up when the soul has reached the right frequency of fulfillment. What you've longed for, what you've quietly prayed for, what you've dreamed of, what once felt out of reach, is moving toward you faster than you expect. This isn't random luck. This is conscious completion of victory built on your inner growth. It may be an opportunity that's been delayed for so long, a relationship finally healing, a well-deserved recognition, a destined encounter, or a new path becoming unmistakably clear. And the most magical part is this: you have been preparing for this all along without even realizing it. Every time you stayed silent through pain, every time you chose kindness, every time you stood up when no one was there, every tear you hid, every step you walked alone, all of it became the groundwork for this blessing to arrive. And as the Nine of Cups shows the fullness of your heart, the next card reveals something deeper: judgment. Judgment is not a warning, it is a calling. A declaration that old karma is being washed away, that the old cycle is closing, and your true purpose is preparing to speak. You will hear it through intuition, through dreams, through synchronicity, through a sudden flash of clarity. The voice of your soul. A voice you were not peaceful enough to hear before. Whether you're conscious of it or not, your soul family has been the first light guiding you toward this transformation. It's the signal that opened the path, and now your inner energy is moving in harmony with it. And soon, your entire destiny will begin shifting into a new orbit. The most beautiful aspect of Six of Swords in this reading is the reminder that you never walk alone. There is always a figure steering the boat of presence behind you, like a silent escort, guiding you across the gray waters toward a calmer, safer shore. For Sagittarius, this presence may be the same sacred feminine energy that appeared earlier. It could be a spiritual guide, or your higher self finally stepping forward after years of being pulled by fear, duty, or cycles you no longer belong to. And as you move through this transformation, something powerful rises in your field. You are reclaiming your personal strength. Not loud strength, not force, not resistance. This is quiet strength, steady, clear, grounded, expansive. The kind that appears only when a soul has walked through darkness and chosen never to look back. And in that exact moment, the next card appears: King of Pentacles. This is the confirmation your Sagittarius soul has been waiting for. What's coming isn't illusion, isn't luck, but real, tangible, lasting achievement. The King of Pentacles represents financial stability growing day by day, agreements finally taking shape, prosperity born from discipline and vision, protection from destiny for those who have matured, projects that finally find their structure. Everything once stuck is being released. Everything once out of reach is now moving closer. In this energy, the message becomes clear. Life is leading you exactly where you belong, at the exact moment you are ready. Your home, adjusting itself while you were gone, was only the first signal of a much larger journey. What your heart feels now is the inner map of transformation, preparing you for the physical manifestation destiny is weaving for you. Now that the first wave of energy has revealed itself, we step deeper into the core of Sagittarius destiny. The earlier cards were only the opening act, a wide, bright, unmistakable introduction. But this next part is the heart of it, where your soul opens like a door that has been locked for many years. And the moment the energy deepens, judgment appears again, not as repetition, but as emphasis. For Sagittarius, the sign of awakening, truth, and mission, judgment is never a warning. It is a summoning, a destiny call, an awakening. You may begin to feel a pull from within, almost like a soft but steady voice leading you in the right direction. No more hesitation, no more confusion. You'll know clearly what path must close and what path must open. Judgment also signals a deep reconciliation. Reconciliation with your past, reconciliation with yourself, reconciliation with a part of your story you once wanted to avoid. This isn't just emotional, it's spiritual. As if the universe placed you at the exact moment you're mature enough to understand what once hurt you, and from that understanding, you finally release it forever. Right after that, the Knight of Pentacles appears, a necessary shift from intuition into reality. If the Knight of Wands brings sudden, fast-moving news, the Knight of Pentacles brings structure, endurance, and certainty. This card is a promise that every blessing coming your way will stay, every opportunity will take root, every process will stabilize, every agreement will be finalized, legal matters will move in your favor, work and long-term projects will strengthen. Nothing born under this energy fades away. It is solid ground, a lasting foundation. And right in the middle of that stability, a card appears that adds emotional depth. Two of Cups. The Two of Cups isn't only about romance, though, for some Sagittarius. Love may indeed be what's approaching. But deeper than that, this card represents an important connection, an honest relationship, someone arriving at the right moment, a partnership of the mind or the spirit, a soul companion joining your next chapter. This is someone who sees your worth without you having around to prove it. A relationship of reciprocity, a balance of giving and receiving, something you've been missing for a long time. This connection is not random. It's part of the destiny you're stepping into. And when all these cards gather, King of Pentacles, Temperance, Nine of Cups, Judgment, Knight of Pentacles, Two of Cups, the message becomes bright and undeniable. You are experiencing a simultaneous rebirth of family, spirit, destiny, and every important relationship in your life. What happens when you're not home is not just an energy shift, it's an activation, a calling, an awakening, a message whispering directly to you. It's time to receive what your soul has rejected out of fear. The energy around you now is the final preparation before full manifestation. You are placing the last pieces. You are stepping out of an old self. You are stepping into a new form of who you truly are. And then, in that sacred quiet, the first card of the final stage appears: the World. The World represents the perfect completion of an entire life cycle. It is the moment every scattered piece finally falls into place with flawless precision. A painful chapter closes, not in chaos, but in victory. It signals an inner or outer journey about to unfold, unexpected doors opening, long-term projects reaching completion, expansion in location, work, or purpose. The end of old karma, the convergence of good fortune. The World says, the strange shift inside your home, the rearranging of energy while you were gone, was not just an event. It was the announcement of an entirely new life beginning. And you, Sagittarius, are the one walking through that door. Right after that, the sun appears. And this, Sagittarius, is the purest truth of your entire reading. The sun brings light where life felt dim, joy where exhaustion lived, and vitality where your spirit had grown tired. It is the spark awakening your heart, a confirmation that a radiant chapter, your chapter, is beginning. This card doesn't only signal material abundance, it signals the return of your inner life force, the feeling of waking up and knowing your life is opening again, the feeling of finding a reason to smile, and the feeling of a path shining brightly enough for you to trust it completely. The sun brings reconciliation, visible success, good news, the return of your glow, and destined encounters that expand your world exactly in Sagittarius style. People around you will see the difference in your eyes. Sagittarius. This card appears between two powerful energies because the universe doesn't want you to doubt your worth for one more second. You are stepping into a chapter of light, a light that cannot be dimmed, cannot be covered, and doesn't need anyone's permission to shine. It is a light born inside you, and now spreading into every part of your life. The next card, Strength. And this is the most beautiful confirmation of all. Your evolution was not accidental. You were the one who stayed calm when your soul trembled, who stood steady when your world shook, who chose compassion even when your heart was breaking. Strength reminds you that your resilience is not a skill, it is your nature. This card speaks of emotional mastery not through suppression, but through inner peace, a rare peace, earned by very few. It speaks of kindness, courage, patience, and a quiet force capable of changing destiny itself. And then the Ace of Wands appears, the first spark of a brand new destiny. Ace of Wands is the birth of a major project, an awakening love, an unexpected opportunity, a bold journey opening up, a step that changes the trajectory of your life. This card is pure fire, pure Sagittarius energy, passion, belief, movement, and vision. It wakes you up, makes you want to live deeper, braver, truer to your free and wise nature. And finally, the card that closes your entire reading, the Chariot, Sagittarius. This is the confirmation your soul has been waiting for. The Chariot represents victory, forward motion, focus, determination, and the full reclaiming of your destiny. It signals a path opening, rapid success, decisive choices, obstacles falling away, and a future no longer ruled by your past. The Chariot says, you've learned enough, you've healed enough. Now it's time to move without looking back. What began as a strange shift in your home's energy has become the rebirth of your own destiny. The gate is open, the fortune is here, the journey is ready. And you, Sagittarius, are the one holding the reins of your life. Let this light touch you. Let it expand your life in ways you haven't dared to imagine. And if this message has touched your heart, send a small sign, a like, a word of gratitude to activate the energy of exchange. It's not just a click. It's your confirmation to the universe. I have received the message meant for me. Subscribe to the channel if you wish to walk with a community of awakened souls. Here, we don't just read cards, we build light, and if your heart is calling for a deeper connection, you'll see the join button. That is the gateway for those who want to step closer to the soul of this journey. You'll also see the super thanks option, a gentle reminder. If today's message brought you peace in the middle of your storms, if it illuminated something you've been searching for a very long time, then super thanks is more than a button. It is a ritual of gratitude. A small act with a high frequency, like the way ancient seekers once lit a small oil lamp to honor the light they had received. Sagittarius. Every interaction you make in this space, a like, a comment, a symbol of appreciation, is a signal sent to the universe. I am ready to receive the abundance coming toward me. Do not underestimate the power of these seemingly small actions. They are modern rituals of gratitude, subtle touches on the wheel of destiny that is turning in your favor. But beyond all the buttons, I want something deeper, something that can only come from your inner voice. I want to read what your soul wants to say. I want to feel your true energy, written in your own words. I don't want you to leave in silence. Take a few seconds and feel the answer, not with logic, but with the open intuition that is your natural gift. When your blessings become real, when the stability, the love, or the success that the Chariot and the King of Pentacles have promised finally arrives, what is the first kind act you will offer back to life? Who will you help? What will you share? How will you return a piece of the light you've received back into the world? Write it in the comments. By writing it, you declare it. By sharing it, you activate it. By acknowledging it, you bring it into form, the first step of manifestation. To seal this covenant between you, the universe, and your destiny, go to the comments and write this sentence with the full faith of a fire sign. My home is a magnet for miracles, and I am worthy of everything that is coming to me. Repeat it as you write. Let this sentence become an energetic imprint on your timeline, a phrase carved into the memory of the universe. In the days ahead, Sagittarius, pay attention to these signs. A feather appearing at an unexpected moment, repeating numbers like 111, 222, 747. A vivid dream that wakes you with clarity. A song playing right when you think about the future. A chance encounter that feels intentional. A strong intuition you simply cannot ignore. These are messages from your spiritual play, guide, confirmations that the gate is still open, and the shift has already begun to spread across your life. Your home is no longer the same, and you are no longer the same. A deeper, wider version of you is awakening. Remember, the hermit taught you to find light within. Strength taught you to tame fear with inner peace. The sun taught you to step out and shine. Ace of Wands taught you to begin again. The Chariot taught you to take the reins of your destiny. You have everything you need. The journey has already begun, and the destination, bright, expansive, full of hope, is waiting for you to step forward. Thank you for allowing me to be the voice that carries the guidance of your spirit protectors. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for your energy, for your light, for your presence. We will meet again at the next crossroads, when the universe has another message for you. Until then, walk with your head lifted, your heart open, and your soul free like the awakened Sagittarius you are. Good fortune is walking beside you, and you are worthy of everything that's coming. Receive my blessing, my light, and my warmth. Stay as you are, and everything will unfold.